Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yo, if you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yeah, so so today's a big day. Where all of the maglers, them, all of the drug dealers, all of the people them were connected to Frawty whilst he was alive, and those who respect him, even after he had passed, not from natural causes, but from the rain of bullets. Yeah, man, you can't, when you owe the Colombians, them don't send summons, them send bullets. They have to pay by debt. So today you're going to see a video, live footage, yeah man, of Samuel Frawty funeral. So today's is day. You understand, the funeral service for Samuel Frawty Dixon, who was killed by gunmen in Jamaica. And boy, if a man did live so rich, a man was so rich, you see the difference with people who have money and people who have money. It's just a regular grave him get. Him not get the monolithium like Tickman, them and all of them things. They were trying to make them be saints and have dove behind them and all of them things. Even Frawty family knows Frawty wasn't an angelic person. So them not giving a dove on them things because them know them things they are just myth. So you're going to see, we're going to let you watch some watch video, yeah man, footage of Frawty funeral. Today, May 4th, 2025, Jamaica once again find itself at a dangerous crossroads between decency and disgrace. Yeah man, I mean, in this exclusive footage, you are about to witness the funeral of Samuel Frawty Dixon. Not a national hero, not a community leader, not a man of virtue, but a notorious drug lord whose death has sent shockwave through the underworld and spark a plot for vengeance, still unraveling behind the scene. Yes, some people have been arrested. Later we give you some update about the people them who were involved in this killing, who were killed by the police. That is another day. So what you will see is shocking. Lavish tribute paid with blood money. You're not gonna have no gun salute for mass mourners. You're gonna see luxury vehicles line up like celebrity red carpet. You're not going to see any politicians. You're not going to see any entertainers and known criminals all in attendance. And whispers of who's next on the hit list. I mean, I saw it go. But don't be fooled by the tears, the music, the high-end suits This is not a funeral. This is a canonization of a killer, a drug dealer. This is the dangerous new culture in Jamaica, where the more blood you spill, the bigger your funeral. So stay locked in, because after the footage, we'll break it down. Who was there, who wasn't, who's marked for death next, and how the police are preparing to trap the killers plotting to strike again. So hit the like button, share this video and subscribe if you believe that glorification of criminals in Jamaica must come to an end. This is the Jamaica Young Police channel, where we expose the truth, no matter how brutal, and shine a light on the darkness most people are too afraid to speak about. When a nation celebrates its killers, don't be surprised when the children grow up to become monsters. That is how it started in my community of Jonestown, the belly of the beast. When I was growing up, every youth wanted to be a General Starkey, not realizing the harsh reality that at the end of the day, the security forces are your friends, are your enemies, are going to kill you. They don't see that part. They feel that the rule does not apply to them. So you're going to see the live footage begins. Yeah, we're gonna and the live footage begin, so you can see it now. This we're not gonna play the music or anything like that, because you know there are copyrights. So you know they might play all of the nice music them. So boy, Frawty gonna heaven, and Frawty was a saint, an angel on earth, and they might tell you all of the good things them. But at the Jamaica Young Police, we're not gonna play that, because we'll be misleading our audience, because we believe in the truth. We're not going to let you hear them thing. And not only that, but it's all copyrighted and them thing there. The difference with his funeral and maybe others is that it's not that lavish, as other dance. Them just do it, tone it down. Unfortunately, you see our lifestyle. Whilst he was alive, he have big police friends, and in funeral, you don't even see him get the send off as thick man, and the other dancer man termite this one whole heap of police escorting him, because he was on a different tier. He wasn't, he was a drug lord. You understand? Drug lord bigger than Dan, because for them thing is international, not local. But although he was killed on local soil, I don't know how these people do it. But remember, say today, a drug done, so they might turn him into a saint. The canonization of Frawty. Today is no ordinary day in Jamaica. Today, May 4th, 2025, is the funeral service of the late Samuel Frawty Dixon, a man who was not a national hero, he was a philanthropist, not a freedom fighter, but a notorious drug dealer whose name was a national hero. Yeah, man, to some, especially on the east coast of Jamaica. To them, yeah, man, him was a hero, and him a Dan, and him a G, and him a feed them boss, and him thing like God. But that cannot save you in time if you owe the Colombians money and they have to pay in blood. So you know that, Frawty, although Frawty was a notorious drug dealer whose name was soaked in blood, betrayal and badness and drug dealing. And yet, you would swear that the man being buried today was a martyr, a saint, a savior of people. Today, they might canonize, Frawty is being canonized by the very community he helped to poison with his drug dealing, killing, and corruption. Glorify as he were some kind of legend instead of a liability. The funeral of Frawty, a carnival of criminal glorification. The streets black. Them now, we haven't seen them release any white doves into the air, because I don't know how these fool with the symbolism as them things that is going to help people to go to heaven. Because you can't do evil, expect to go to heaven, but you have to understand how them have the people them brain twisted. You do evil, you go to heaven. So when you do good, where you go? Hell? That's how them have the Jamaican people, them mindset. So you're going to, floral arrangement worth more than some people yearly salary. That can't help Frawty, I'm dead. All of the lot, but one thing you have to understand, it's not. The funeral per se, you're going to see as you're watching right now, you see the vehicle, them are nothing lavish. As some of your dance them in the money, But see a man with a billionaire that was killed in Jamaica. That's an ordinary funeral. Nothing lavish, you understand? You'd think that you'd say all a man like all a Harry Daly there, Harry Bungles, cause Harry Bungles, the man that take Bungles I man get Frawty him lice gun, when he was at Huntsby. But Frawty a whole heap of is well connected. But you have to understand in the world when you're a criminal, there's no honest criminal. It's none. So all of the money where Frawty have him dead left it right here on earth. Can't take it with him to the grave. And some people will be able to identify some of the people you're seeing in the video. But we are not from Portland or that side of Jamaica. But so we just work with the intelligence, former and current police officers and citizens alike who share information with us and through various other means, through the chatters and the underground people. You understand? You see no iron, them now no iron vehicle, and you understand? But of course the soundtracks blasting, them now play the difference with Frawty funeral and the criminal, them now play some dancehall anthem that you understand. For say boy him funded with blood money. There's no theme funeral, just like the typical funerals them back in the 70s, 80s when them play Christian music. Yeah, man, him and soaking of blood. Cause I remember when they sell pies, the pies are something that destroy lives, communities. Yes, you understand. So you're not going to see as you're watching right now, you're not seeing a woman in a black lace and people them just cause him died, he died, leave 23 children. Yes, and him have all grandchildren. So right now, the fight now go on after now about the money where him dead left. Him couldn't take $1 with him. Or any idea of everything where him do. So many share black lace. Yeah, you're not going to see them weeping as if the country just lost a prime minister. Men wearing dark shades and tailored suits with hidden weapons tucked in their waistbands, lice of firearm holders. Yes, and this is the final sender for a man who once ordered it's like he was placing a phone call. A man whose name, money, came from misery. But here's the real tragedy. Not Frawty's death, but what his funeral has come to represent. In a nation where decent, law-abiding citizens are buried in silence, drug dons like Frawty are given. He's not getting a royal treatment, as you have seen the other criminals. You see Tickman funeral, Termite and Papa. You don't see no whole heap of police presence at Frawty funeral because apparently the police them have them thing under control in terms of the people them who attending Frawty funeral are not the typical corrows and corrobunkers. You understand? These are mostly people who are middle class, are up. And these are people armed and them armed legally. So the police them, what the police them have done, them have them detective where them integrating a crowd. You understand? In a funeral. And that's how it is, You have to give the police them credit for the work that they have done too, And these people are not people where them have to hide them face or anything like that because, most of them are people who are in them, they are middle-aged Jamaicans. But this is a man, who have put his mark in Portland. Whether or not you want to believe it, he was loved by many and hated by some. That's how it is, So, let's be honest. Where was this outpouring of love when police constables died in the line of duty? You're not going to see anything like that. Where were the cameras when the mothers of innocent boys gunned down in drive-bys were crying for justice. Let's be honest, this is not a funeral, it's a cultural indictment. A shameful display of how deep Jamaica has normalized, even celebrate criminality. It's a part of our culture. You will see the things that you see when criminals and people and drug dealers, when they are killed and being buried. You're not going to see that in a decent person funeral. If you post a funeral of someone, a decent Jamaican, if you get 10 views, you get many. I tell you. But here, trust me, just watch and see. So today pastors are standing behind pulpits, delivering eulogies about how Frawty helped the community and provided jobs. They're not going to tell about Frawty, rain, when him used to same deal, coke, and how many people him involved in sending them straight to the departure lounge. You're not going to hear any of that because this have to celebrate his life. All like good things, you're not going to hear nothing bad. Even all in a murderer, when them a bury murderer, that's the same thing. That's how them do it in Jamaica. Them not tell us that he was a parasite or common criminal. Them not tell us that, oh, he was loved by all and the community love him and this and that. But them not talk about the people in life that he has destroyed whilst he was alive. So, so when the pastor them tell the people them, they say him provide jobs and he was a philanthropist and all of that. All as if, feeding young men guns, bullets and drugs in some form of employment agencies. Then they go hear songs are playing about how real he was. But nobody's talking about the lives destroyed by the same cocaine that made him rich. No one dares to mention the children who grew up without fathers because of the hits he ordered. No one is talking about Bugsy, his former friend. Yes. Who had executed just to save face with the Colombians, and that didn't save him still. Him still never pay the Colombian them. Although Bugsy rob him could have paid the Colombian them, but no one pay them. So them stay, you understand? So because today in the eyes of many, badness is righteousness. That's how we reach. And who do that now? The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Yeah, and we're going to politics, because politics shape our life in Jamaica, whether or not you want to believe it. If you are for the criminals, you are for the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. That is how it is in 2025. If you are for the police and the soldiers, you are for the JLP. You can't be for the police and you are PNP. You can't be for the police and be for the PNP. Nothing works, so you can't be on two sides. The PNP is to the criminals and the JLP is to the police and the soldiers. So you have to choose a side. In a war, you can't be on both sides. You can't be neutral. You have to choose a side. Today, in the eyes of many, badness is righteousness. And the bigger the criminal, the more glorious the funeral and the more respect you get in a community, in a society. The police watch, the killers wait. The 9-night aftershock still lingers. And let us not forget, just yesterday, May 3rd, there was a looming plot to turn the 9-night into a war zone. But the police, they prepare now, well prepared. Some people ask about why we release the information. If we can save life, why we go keep it secret? Because the police them have them things set up, and then now, if I just even lose one, if we can't save one life, we save it. We don't have to wait until them strike. Yeah, the police them know who the plotters are, and them could have go and step them out. Preemptive strikes. So I plan so that even the police force forced to embed undercover officers to intercept the bloodbath. The real man and Sparkles, two former allies of Frawty, are still out there, plotting revenge, believing that some of the mourners at this very funeral ebb set them up. So while the earth rolls slowly to the grave, the next bullet may already chambered. And while the country watches Frawty being canonized, the next chapter of this deadly saga is already being written. So today, May 4th, 2025, let's ask ourselves one serious question. Are we really burying Samuel Frawty Dixon the man? Or are we burying Jamaica's last silver of moral clarity? Because when drug dealers become saints, when the wicked are celebrated, when killers are honored with street parades, what message does that send to the next generation? That badness pays. That's how they're doing in my community. That's why only 2 of us is left. In a Jonestown, Concrete Jungle, Anthony, General Starkey Tingle, He's like a saint. He's the role model for every youth in America. Every youth want to be like him because of the things and the praises where them hear people praise this man after he was killed by the how many people him kill. Yes, that is true. But as a youth growing up, thanks to the things that have been imparted to me by my community, in the same community, my parents and by people in my family, that even although some of them work on roads and so, that General Starkey was a parasite. He wasn't somebody to look up to. From when I was 4, I wanted to be like Tom Levine because that's the person that the women them speak highly of. So they must tell us, so that badness pay, that bullets earn respect, and that the only way to be remembered is through fear and violence. What kind of madness that? So subscribe to the Jamaica Young Police channel and stay locked, because the truth won't bury itself. We expose them. Because while others glorify murderers, we expose them. While others canonize criminals, we chronicle their crimes. The truth is uncomfortable. But if you don't stand up for it, you'll get buried with the lies. So like and share and subscribe to the channel, because in Jamaica, sometimes the people cheering the loudest at your funeral are the same one help to put you in the coffin. You understand? So don't be surprised if the people who involved in a Frawty killing, yeah man, so see that yes, as you see, the way that the funeral, you're seeing it right now being televised, or on the channel, or the with the funeral flag and all of these, that's just like how they do it in America. So yeah, so this is Frawty last public display, on the NID. Everyone after God depart right in our departure lounge. Yeah. Whether or not you want to believe it, no matter how you wicked or no matter how much, and it doesn't. Hey, look, death don't care how much money you have. Death don't care how much good you have done. Death don't care how wicked you are. Because death is inevitable. Yeah, you can't escape that. So if you want to watch the entire video itself, yeah, that you're tuning into. Yes, we do believe to give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. So if you want to see the entire funeral itself, in its entirety, you just tune into the channel here, Dex Media JA, and you see it right there. You understand? We post the video for you to see the link if you want to watch the entire thing. So that's where you tune in and select, and you can watch the entire thing. As we show you, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money a man make or how many lives you destroy. At the end of the day, you still have to meet your judgment. And Frawty admit is, to some people, Frawty is one of the best person in the world, because you have to understand that people who involved in evil, people who them love them treat good, and people who them not love, or sometimes even people them love them destroy them too. That's how it is. Just like how the women them that they have said that Frawty allegedly sent to the departure lounge, women them, or you do something like that as a man and you sleep with them. But that's how it is. So as we said, there's no sins that go unpunished. So today for Frawty, tomorrow for you, and the day after that, maybe it's mine. That's how it go. So no one come on earth to turn stone. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.